Welcome back to Car Vix. I'm glad you're here, because today we're diving into a vehicle that a lot of people have been waiting for. You know, cars are more than just machines. They're part of our daily lives, our road trips, our family, moments, and even our adventures. And that's exactly why the 2026 Toyota Fortuner 404 is such an exciting one to talk about. It's rugged, it's dependable, and this year Toyota gave it some changes that make it even more interesting. Before we continue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That way, you'll always stay up to date with the latest car reviews and insights here on Car Vix. Now let's talk Fortuner. This SUV has always been known as Toyota's tough, go-anywhere machine, especially popular in markets where people actually use their SUVs for real off-road driving, not just grocery runs. For 2026, Toyota has sharpened things up, adding modern touches while keeping that classic tough character. So right off the bat, you've got a car that looks strong but also feels refined. Design-wise, the 2026 Fortuner 4S4 carries that bold front end with a wide grille and sleek LED headlights that stretch into the fenders. The stance is tall and confident, reminding you that this SUV was built for rough terrain. But what I like is how Toyota balanced it out. It doesn't look overdone or bulky. The body lines are smooth, the LED taillights are slimmer, and the overall look feels modern without losing the Fortuner's rugged roots. It's one of those SUVs that looks just as good in the city as it does covered in mud on a trail. Step inside, and Toyota has clearly worked on making the cabin more welcoming. You'll find a fresh dashboard design with a larger touchscreen at the center, something buyers were really asking for. The infotainment system now supports wireless, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a big plus. Materials have been upgraded too. Softer touch surfaces, better stitching, and even ambient lighting options make the Fortuner feel more premium than before. But don't worry, it hasn't gone soft. The interior is still practical, with plenty of space, durable finishes, and that commanding driving position SUVs are famous for. When it comes to performance, Toyota knows people expect the Fortuner to handle both city life and the tough outdoors. Under the hood, the 2026 model keeps a strong engine lineup. Depending on the market, you'll either get the reliable 2.8-liter turbo diesel or a 2.7-liter gasoline option. The diesel in particular has been updated to deliver more torque, making it easier to climb hills and tow heavier loads. And paired with a smooth automatic gearbox and Toyota's proven four-wheel drive system, the Fortuner remains one of the most capable SUVs in its class. Fuel efficiency isn't exactly the Fortuner's strongest point, but Toyota has been working on improvements. The 2026 version is tuned to be a little more efficient than before, especially on highways where the engine doesn't need to work as hard. So, while you're not buying this SUV to save every penny at the pump, it's reassuring to know that Toyota is trying to balance power and efficiency. Now, let's talk about technology, because this is where Toyota really stepped up. That new touchscreen I mentioned isn't just bigger, it's smarter. Navigation is smoother, voice controls work better, and the sound system has been upgraded for a more immersive feel. You've also got multiple USB-C ports, wireless charging, and improved connectivity. Toyota clearly wanted the 2026 Fortuner to feel up-to-date for today's tech-driven lifestyle, and they pulled it off. Safety is another big area where Toyota never cuts corners. The 2026 Fortuner comes with Toyota Safety Sense, which means you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. On top of that, you've got multiple airbags, hill descent control, and stability systems that help keep the SUV planted no matter the conditions. All of this makes the Fortuner not only tough, but also a safe family hauler. And of course, we can't forget about price. The Fortuner has always been positioned as a mid to high-range SUV, sitting above Toyota's smaller crossovers, but below the more expensive Land Cruiser. For 2026, the price varies depending on trim, but generally, you're looking at a competitive figure for a body-on-frame Force 4 that offers this level of capability. It's not the cheapest SUV, but you're paying for Toyota's reliability and that go-anywhere DNA. So what do I think about the 2026 Toyota Fortuner 4RX4? Honestly, it's exactly what you expect from Toyota. Tough, dependable, and refined. Enough to keep up with modern demands. It's not trying to be overly flashy or luxurious, but it doesn't need to. This is a car for people who want an SUV that actually feels like an SUV. One that can take on dirt roads, heavy rains, or long trips with the family without breaking a sweat. At the end of the day, the Fortuner proves that you don't need a fancy badge or endless gimmicks to get a solid, trustworthy vehicle. If you're looking for something strong, reliable, and versatile, the 2026 Toyota Fortuner 4X4 is definitely worth keeping on your radar. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Would you pick the Fortuner over something like the Ford Everest, or maybe even the new Cruiser Prado? Drop your opinion in the comments and let's talk about it. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Car Vix for more reviews just like this. I'll see you in the next one.